Okay, so now we continue to the next part, which is related to adding tasks or activities to our Microsoft project. All right. Depends on your own project work breakdown structure or the list of tasks. All right. It may look something like this, or it may look something like this, right? And for the task that you have entered inside, you can actually do this kind of indentation. For example, here you can see up here, right? We have a left arrow and we have a right arrow. For the right arrow, it's meant to indent, all right, in order to create a subtask. Okay, some task which is under another task. All right. If we have categorized our task, all right. For example, here, one create decoupage product. This is the we call it as a summary task. All right. And under this summary task, we have a subtask, right? Name 1.1 survey and select raw materials vendor. All right. In order to create this task to be a subtask of this task, we can use the indent. We click on the indent icon here. And then if we have accidentally indented wrongly, we can click on the left icon. For that, we call it as Alt-Dent. In order to create a task to become a summary task. Yeah, so you can just play around. All right. So you copy and paste your list of tasks to this Microsoft project. All right. Paste it on this task panel. And then you can use this indent icon or this outdent icon in order to, to adjust your task. And then here, after you have already pasted your list of tasks, you will observe that you have your timeline up there. And you will have your Gantt chart, right? Your Gantt chart is just basically based on what you've entered here. It doesn't mean much at the moment, but later on you see after we have add dependency between tasks. And then now we add duration for the task that we have already entered. All right. This is a very simple example. Okay. Assume that we have already entered task A, B, C. And then for duration, we can just simply put the right duration. For example, here 5 days, 5 days, 5 days. Right? This is how we just how we add the duration. And then for each of the tasks, we can add the predecessors and also the start and finish dates, right? For example, if we think that, or in our situation, if the predecessor for our task B is A, right? Then yeah, we just put it there, just like here, right? If you think that the predecessor for task B is A, so we just click on the task B under the predecessor column, and then you select task A. Okay, A being B's predecessors. Then you can see the predecessor's task ID number here. And we can do the same thing for task C. Task C's predecessor will be task B, and task B task ID is 2, right? So you can see 2 here. And then we can type manually if you choose to type the start date and finish date manually here. And then here we are going to look at the difference between task which is being manually scheduled and task that is automatically scheduled. We want to see what's the difference. Now assume that we have manually scheduled for task A, right? Then for the duration, start date and finish date, all these 3 details, this will be keyed in by us manually. The system won't do anything for us. All right. And on the other hand, if we schedule our task A to be automatic, to be auto schedule, then or what we should enter, it will be duration. All right. And for the first task, beside enter the duration, we may also need to enter the start date. All right. And then the finish date will be added for us automatically. And that's the, the beauty of auto schedule. Right. And then here the same thing. Please be aware that for the task that is being manually scheduled, you will see this thumbnail, something like this. Okay, you will see the thumbnail icon. But for the task that's auto schedule, you will see, something like this, right? So you can see the auto icon. And then after you have entered all the tasks, the duration and the start date and finish date, either manually or by the system, that done automatically for you. Okay, then you will see your Gantt chart on the right-hand side, on the right-hand panel. Right, Gantt chart is drawn automatically. All right, and this is called dependency or link. And this link will be automatically drawn by the system if we have defined the predecessor for the task on the left-hand side. And this is the example why auto schedule is very efficient. Assume we have this list of tasks, right? You see, at the beginning, I did not make it to be auto schedule. Here is a manual schedule. For manual schedule task, we have to key in not only the duration, but also the start date and finish date. And this is pretty inconvenient, all right, and ineffective. All right, so if I set all my tasks to be auto schedule, you can see the magic here. Here is blank, right? But after I set it to be auto schedule, the start date, okay, the start date and the finish date will be filled in by the system automatically, right? And then now we go to the next part about adding dependency to task. But in this step, I would suggest that we add the successor column first. So how can we add a successor column to our task panel on the left-hand side? You can try to scroll your navigation bar to the very left-hand side, okay, on your task list panel here, scroll it to the very right-hand side until you see a column written as add new column. You click on it, you will see a drop-down list, something like this. Or you can use another method whereby you see this column name, right? Add new column, you just right click on it, right click, and then you will have a selection list. Okay, in this selection list, you select the insert column. Okay, you click on it, and then you will see the same drop down list. All right, you will see the same drop down list as what you see here. Correct. And then because we want to add the successor column, right? We just call out the successor column. All right, you type in successor. Right, and then we select the successor, then we will see this column being added to our task list panel here. And then here I would like to show, actually there are two methods or two ways how we can add dependency between tasks. Right, you see in this table, I have not set any link or any dependency between tasks yet. And how I can select it is actually we can simply click on the task successor column, that particular task successor column. When you click on it, you will see a drop-down list, this drop-down list. Click on the drop-down list, you will see, a list of tasks that we have already entered inside our task list panel. So if you think that this task 1.1 is actually related to task 1.2.1, then you just click it. All right. You click like this, actually you are making a link. All right. Here you're actually defining that this task 1.1 task successor is 1.2.1. All right. This is the first way. Okay. You just click on the task successor box here. You will see the drop-down list. Another way how you can link two tasks together is that you select two tasks first. For example, here I select task 1.1 and also task 1.2.1. After I select these two, I will click on this icon, link icon. Then magic will happen. You will see that the task ID for task 1.2.1 will be shown in the in task 1.1 successor box here. Okay, same thing, right? Same here. So there are two ways how you add the dependency or the link between two tasks. And then after you have entered the task, you have entered the task dependency. Maybe there are more details you want to add to each task. So what can you do is that you go to a task, right? You go to a task and then right click on the task. You will see there will be a selection list. Okay. You will see there will be a selection list. Select the information option. Right. When you select the information option here, then you will pop up with another window. All right. With the name of task information. Here you can see there are a lot of details that you can enter for a particular task. You can enter the successor information, resource information, and so on, right? And here you can enter the predecessor for this task. Okay, name 1.2 develop product, and then here will be the selection that we can make okay, in order to define the type of dependency. Actually, there are actually 4 types of task dependency. Okay, the most common one is finish to start, right? And we also have start to start, finish to finish, and start to finish. All right, so we can enter more details for each of the tasks that we have listed in our task list panel on the right, on the left hand side.